Hey folks, I don't know if you can see me. I don't know how this video is coming across, but I am leaving on a jet plane. Leaving on a jet. I've never been on an airplane before. I don't know if I'll see any of you guys.
Turn right onto I-90 West.
That is my GPS telling me that I am driving the correct direction. So it looks like I got 2 live watchers now. I won't be able to see too many of the comments. I see Bluegrass Thrift in here. On my Hey, Bluegrass, can you tell if my sound and everything is good? I'm on my iPad, so hoping everything's all right. 4 viewers now. So somebody just give me a thumbs up or tell me, hey, we can't hear you. Sound good. All right, that's good. How's the video quality? Merging onto Interstate 90 in Conneaut, Ohio. That's where I'm from. We are driving to, well, I am driving to Cleveland.
Drive 50 miles on I-90 West.
She likes to talk. All right, good video, good audio, so we're good to go. Thumb. You can't really give me a thumbs up. All right, so I'm heading out to Vegas for ASD with Scott Zilke and John Chartier, the bearded picker and the homeless millionaire. So should be a good time. I've never been to ASD. I've never even been on an airplane. So a little bit nervous about the airplane flight, but should be all right. I'm going to park my car at the Brown lot in Cleveland. Appropriate, I guess, for Cleveland. It's about an hour and a half drive, a little bit less. It says I should arrive there at 6:56. So I'm giving myself plenty of time to get there and get checked in because I've never even been in a big airport like this before, so I have no clue what I'm doing. But it should be fun. I should have a good time. If any of you guys have been to ASD, let me know. Like I said, I won't be able to see the chat too well. It comes across really tiny. I'm on my iPad, but chat comes across really tiny. Fix it or fail airplane edition. Yeah, it better not fail. I hear there's just invasion going on, or grasshoppers, or mosquitoes, or something going on in Vegas right now. Probably outside of Vegas. A friend of mine was sending me some stuff. Hey Pat, what's up, man? I'm heading out now to Vegas to meet up with John and Scott. So I'm gonna have fun, man. You know I'm gonna have fun. Who's that? If I can't see your chat, I apologize. But I thought, I'd keep myself company by having you guys along with me. So I don't do a lot of lives. That's a better view, actually, huh? Not really. Now you can see more of me. But I don't do a lot of lives, so figure, what the heck? Oh, don't worry, Pat. There will be no Harlan-type videos. The grasshoppers are real. I don't drink, Pat, and I don't gamble, so I'm going to the wrong place, I suppose. But I'm going there to work, and that's what I told John and Scott. I'm going there to work. If we do a few fun things, that's fine. I don't mind having fun. Of course, I got to see some of Vegas while I'm there, do a few touristy things, but yeah, I don't feel the need to, I want to remember what I do. I don't want to forget. So now, no offense to Harlan at all. He probably needed that. He needed to get away and do that and have some fun. And if that's what you want to do for fun, have at. I mean, I have no problem with that. And it was awesome to see Harlan actually let loose and do some things. So it was funny, actually. Pat'll be in Nashville. I will be in Nashville. I forget the dates, Pat. If you can put that in the chat. I don't know if you're in the Nashville Facebook group, Nashville Reseller Gathering Facebook group. I think, Pat, you are a moderator. I can't make a moderator right now, so if you're not, sorry. But if you want to put that in the the link to the Facebook group, or at least the dates of that Nashville reseller gathering. You can contact Phil Lewis, uh, and he'll get you all the information you need. Philip Lewis on Facebook. So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun. That when I get to Vegas, if I do another live, I'll make you wrench. But I did bring my laptop with me. They let me have one carry-on, like personal type bag on the airplane, and so I brought the laptop bag for that. And then I have I pack light, so all I have is a carry-on bag. Boy, do they charge you money for carry-on bags. At least Spirit Airlines does, but I felt more comfortable with the time I was leaving, and it just, I just, that's why I chose that particular airplane. I've never flown before. They gave me a free seat, a random seat. David, what's up, man? They gave me a free seat. It was random, and I wanted a window seat for my first flight, and so somehow I got I didn't choose the seat, but it was the same exact seat I would have chose, 24E, I think it is. But anyway, it's a window seat. I didn't catch that last comment, but that's okay. I'm not trying to really look while I'm driving. So weather is beautiful here today, but hopefully it's more beautiful when I get to Vegas. It is now 85 degrees in Ohio, so I heard it's over 100 in Vegas though. So we'll see what it's like when I get there. Anything you guys want to see me do when I'm in Vegas? Now, there will be no heights, there will be no drinking, and there will be no gambling. So, because those are the three things that I will not do. Pat, I'm guessing that Scott will want to go live at some point on Tuesday. I don't know. Stay tuned. I know he's been going live later because of the dancing. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give it a shot. Nudity, Pat. That's not going to happen either. I might try to say hi to the girls at the Harlan Subway Sodas. They were very patriotic looking. Just walk by and say, "Hey, I think you know my friend Harlan," but I won't give him any money. My wife wouldn't appreciate that anyhow. So the only regret I have is that she's not coming along the trip. She had to work. Hopefully by the end of the year that will change. We're really looking forward to her coming home. God bless America. That's right. I'm a jet setter now. Not really. It's my first time on an airplane. What's up, Sam? Anyway, for my very first time in an airplane, I'm just going to expand my business knowledge, and I know I can learn a lot from Scott because I have in the past. Scott, the bearded ticker, for those of you who don't know who that is, right? And John, as far as the types of products I want to be getting into, John has the most knowledge of anybody I know, John Chartier. So love him or hate him, he's a very smart guy when it comes up to learning what I want to do on Amazon. So he offered to put me up in a hotel room. I'll be rooming with Scott, and he offered it to me for nothing. And I had enough miles on my credit card, airline miles, to get a flight for free. So, and then still had a little bit left over, but the bags weren't free. I think I ended up paying $100 just to fly my bag, but still, that's not too bad. $100 flight to Vegas from Cleveland isn't a bad deal, and that's round, because I paid for the bag both ways. So basically, I think it was $48 from Cleveland. There's two state cops sitting here at the Ashtabula Youngstown line near Interstate 11. So I lied when I said I haven't ever been on an airplane before. You said your first flight was on a puddle jumper. I have been in one of those. Um, it was a long time ago, single engine plane, and my buddy was a photographer, and we went up to take photographs. But that was when I was a teenager, and I did survive, and I'm sure I will survive this one. I don't use Waze or anything. I drive the speed limit most of the time. I find that it's better for me to just drive the speed limit, maybe a couple miles an hour over. I'm not ramrodding it out there. A long time ago, I've decided that there wasn't anything worth me dying over, that I needed to get there a little bit faster. And I know I will be fine, Pat. But there wasn't anything worth me dying over to get there faster, so the speed limit is the way I go. And I tend to be very cautious driver. It does annoy my wife sometimes, but I love you, honey. But anyway, that's the way I am. Blackhawk training. That sounds like fun. Not sure I would want to do it. We'll see how this airplane ride goes. But it would be nice. Waze, I think, also tells you where there's traffic delays and things like that. So it may be an option for the future. I've made this trip this year to Cleveland, pretty much where I'm going. I've not been to the airport, but we've probably done this trip 10 or 15 times this year, doing retail arbitrage in the Cleveland area. So I'm familiar with the roads and the road construction is. I think Google Maps has been showing delays and stuff like that. So 17 live watchers, 7 thumbs up. Thanks, Pat, for asking for thumbs up. I don't care, honestly, if I get them. How far from my house? What do you mean, where I'm at now? Uh, 20 miles right now. Cleveland is an hour and 19 minutes from where the airport is. An hour and 19 minutes from where I'm at. So I left early. My flight doesn't leave till 8:30. I get in Vegas at 9:53. If everything's on time, but I did check. Everything was on schedule. So I could have flown out of Pittsburgh, but it was a little bit more money, and I didn't like the times it was leaving. I could have flown out of Buffalo, but it was a lot more money for some reason, because where I live is kind of like in the center of all those. So I live right up on Lake Erie in a town called Conneaut, Ohio. It's the very first town in Ohio when you come in on, say, Interstate 90. So I'm right up by the lake, right on Lake Erie. And so we are, if you follow 90 one way, you get to Cleveland. You follow 90 the other way. I have to drive an hour and 19 minutes. I didn't look at the miles. My next exit is in 35 miles, if that helps. But I'll be getting at the airport at 6:56. So it's an hour and 19-minute drive according to Google Maps, and even my GPS said the same thing. Normally I use en route, but when I've only got one waypoint. Warren, Ohio. Yeah, I go there sometimes for sourcing too. Warren, Pennsylvania, I even go to. They're not all that far from each other, to be honest with you. Anyway, where I live is, it's an hour and 19 minutes to get to Cleveland, an hour and a half to get to Pittsburgh, and maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to Buffalo. So I'm in a unique position for retail arbitrage because I've got those 3 big cities not that far, and then Youngstown is about an hour away, Youngstown, Ohio, which is a fairly good-sized city. I'm actually coming up on the exit for Warren right now, even though it's like quite a bit south of where I'm at, but the exit for Route 45 is right. I'm just coming up on it now. I'm almost to Geneva, Ohio. If anybody's familiar with this area right now, I turned the camera on just before I went on the interstate, so I was actually in town. Set up my camera prior to driving, and then started going. But gas is $2.59 here right now. Niles, I've been to Niles a few times. Uh, I've been all over Ohio. I've been a lot of places in PA too, but mostly the western side of Pennsylvania. Once you get into the stores I like to go to, so we tend to stay on the western side of Pennsylvania, and this side of Cleveland, maybe a little bit farther east or west of Cleveland, but not much. I do get over to Lakewood, Ohio, which is, I believe, on the other side of Cleveland sometimes. Anyway, gas is $2.59. I didn't fill up before I left. It'll probably be $4 or $5 before I get back. Ohio just put in 10-cent gas tax. The road noise seems awful loud. Is it loud for you guys too? 22 live viewers now. 12 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. So the only request I got for Vegas is dancing. I'll have to see about that. I don't know. I am going to do that because I've never been to one. No, I'm going all the way to Vegas just to go to a burger joint, but I know Scott and John know where one is, so I want to try that. And I may buffer. Yeah, I can't help the buffering. It is a live show from the interstate, so. Let me know if it gets any better, Pat. If not, I'll shut it off and maybe get back to you guys when I get to Vegas. It will be about 2 a.m. Eastern time when I get there, but it'll still be like 9:30. Yeah, Harlan set the bar high for things she's doing. Live streaming in Vegas. Mine won't be anywhere near that. I should do the sober version of Harlan's video. It won't be as exciting, though. All right, I'm back. I don't know how long I was gone, what I said, but I saw the chat going the whole time. So this part of Ohio, I have Verizon service on my iPad, and I chose Verizon because I get the most coverage here. Deep Fried said no buffering on their end. That's good. I chose Verizon because we get the best coverage in this part of the country, up by the lake. I had Sprint before, and it just wasn't good. Yeah, I'm going to guess, because I just passed some cell towers on the side of the road, that the buffering probably is from passing it off. I never would have thought of that, but it makes sense. Because when you're driving on an interstate, there's usually really good cell service, most places, especially in between Buffalo and Cleveland. You should expect decent cell service most of the way. Oh, there's a car off the road over there. Probably texting and driving, or maybe YouTubing and driving. It doesn't look like there was any injuries, but you can almost see it right there. I don't know if they went off the road or they lost a tire or something, but it doesn't look like there was anything bad going on. No, I haven't flown yet. I'm getting ready to. Be my very first flight. I'm not as nervous as I expected to be. I was scared at first. When I booked that flight, I was nervous as heck. But I booked it well over a month and a half ago. Right as soon as John extended the invitation for me to come out, and I'm going to be eternal grateful for John doing that. I had the money to go, I wouldn't have. But sorry, I'm missing some of the chat because I don't want to read and drive too much, and the traffic is getting a little thick. The closer you get to Cleveland, the more the traffic is, obviously. So it's not bad. I mean, you can see behind me, probably it's not too bad. 15 live watchers. I've never been to Las Vegas. I have never been farther west than Oklahoma. I've been to Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. That's the farthest I've gone. So this is a first for me. I've never been really too much farther off the East Coast, basically. So I'm going to go all out this time. Big old semi. I'm going to pass this guy in front of me. He's a little tiny bit slow. The speed limit is 70 and we're doing 69. So anyway, kind of just blabbing on just so that you guys keep me company. CES and SEMA. SEMA would be awesome, actually. I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm not sure what CES is, but I know what SEMA is. I think everybody knows what SEMA is. And that would be really cool. I got a message that I lost connection. I probably have. So, entering Lake County. Yeah, I've had some friends tell me that I should take time and walk the strip, and I will do that. Consumer electronics, that would be cool too. I will take my time. I think ASD ends Wednesday. I'm there till Friday. I leave at 10:45 on Friday morning. So I have all day Thursday to do a lot of stuff other than ASD. I know John and Scott are doing their webinar that day, Thursday. I do have somebody I know in Vegas that I might want to meet up with. I haven't told them I'm coming yet, but when I get there, I'll let them know. Hey, Pat, I will have fun. Thanks, man. Star Trek convention. I'm almost to Painesville right now. Actually, I'm closer to Madison. Then I think Madison, then Painesville and Mentor, and then I'm flying on Spirit Airline. I don't know. It sounded good. I chose it because it was leaving at a good time, and I would be getting in Vegas at a good time, and the rate was good. Frontier Airline was a little bit cheaper, but I wanted to do Spirit because of the times that it was going. I was actually in Painesville the other day. We did some RA out there. I forget what store. If Mark says it's a local, not a local, but it's in the state of Ohio only as far as the chain store. And I don't know what my trip's going to cost total. So I really don't know. I missed that last hello, so if you want to say hello again, hello from something, and that's all I got because I'm trying to drive here. But we also do a lot of discount drug marts in the state of Ohio. If you ever get into the state of Ohio, at least check out a discount drug mart. It's not really discounted, but because they're strictly in the state of Ohio, the RA is better for us because it's not something that's on the radar of a lot of people that are not in the state of Ohio. Same with Mark's. So if you have stores like that in your area, like I don't know, a a Mark's or a Discount Drug Mart. It's a good place to go. Anyway, so we were doing that the other day in Painesville, and we went to the Goodwill out there. I actually scored really good. MileIQ. I'm going to get MileIQ right now. I'm just using QuickBooks Self-Employed to track my miles, but the accountant says that I should switch from QuickBooks Self-Employed to a better. So, and I have. I've actually switched, and he's working on getting everything transferred over. QuickBooks Self-Employed was good as long as all I was doing was selling on eBay and only had to track that stuff. But now that I do eBay and Amazon and other stuff, I needed a little bit more powerful QuickBooks. So I'll have to try MileIQ or another program like that. I didn't expect the traffic to be so heavy here. Switch to what? I forget what the name of it is. It's the next level up from self-employed QuickBooks. I can't remember the name of it. Not Starter. There's an S. I really haven't paid that much attention to it because I've been. I had to physically. No, I didn't probably have to physically, but I did physically go through every piece of inventory that I have for eBay and made sure. Yeah, Sue's a very smart lady. You can learn a lot. Yeah, Sue's a very smart lady. You can learn a lot off the side of the road here too, but they broke down their good stuff, and the traffic is getting really heavy. Still haven't lost any time, so we're still on track. I saw a comment about vaping. I don't know if it was a positive, negative, or whatever comment. I vape. I don't know what to tell you about it. If you want to post that comment again, I can't really read too well while I'm driving. So I do vape. I was a smoker for a lot of years. Vaping got me to quit smoking. It doesn't work for everybody, but it helped me quit smoking. But there's still nicotine in this. So, what do I vape? Most of the time I make my own. Right now, this is a mix of store-bought with some make my own stuff. So it is just a plain tobacco flavoring with a little bit cherry cola mixed in today because that's what I decided to put together. You can get by fairly cheap. In fact, it costs me less than $100 a year if all I do is make my own. So that's what I tend to do. The only reason I'm using any store-bought stuff right now is because Walgreens, if you guys are vapors, at least in the state of Ohio, and I've noticed some in Pennsylvania, that Walgreens has a lot of their vape juices on sale because they're getting out of that stuff. I heard they're also, a lot of the drugstores, chain drugstores are getting out of selling cigarettes and things like that. So if you're into that sort of thing, I know that's for a metal box. This guy in front of me is really cramping my style. Doing about 60 on a 70-mile-an-hour highway is a little nuts, but that's all right. We've got 16 live viewers. That's not bad for a video. Keeping myself company. I get bored on these long drives, so what I tend to do is put a YouTube video on in the background. I don't really watch them, but I do listen. Or if my wife is with me, then obviously we just listen